from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
It's okay if I give him a few props right here. Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a 2-time walk-on, who later became a 2-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
Mayfield on first down. This is the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
5-yard.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
With the give to Nick
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Number 27.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Chubb. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Leads to second.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Mayfield's pass.
Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Matt Prater lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
His kick is
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
7. Ravens nothing.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return will stop right around the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Mack Wilson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run the toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
5 yards.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. And he's got Snead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Jackson to Snead that time. 1st down, Baltimore.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Jackson on first down. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On second down, it's Edwards. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Jackson on third down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side.
Touchdown.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Matt Prater.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio that should ever be in any discussion.
It's complete to Brown, right side. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first and 10, it's Jackson, forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Jackson now on second and 10. Dancing to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Edwards now on first and 10. Down to the 25. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second and 9, Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong game. Gain of 24.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Jackson will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No. He's going to be kept out of the end zone.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and
another shot from the 1 on second and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1.
No gain on
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now third and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominate.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The kick is good. Makes the score Browns 30.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and now it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
It's 2nd and inches.
Open man is Duvernay. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Baltimore Ravens.
Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when the quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Mayfield on play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you... try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
He's good.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 23-17, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Keenan Allen, close to 200 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. 24-17, your final score. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards to pick up there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Jackson on the keeper.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
36-yard line.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
To Austin Hooper.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now he steps away. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a 1st down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A fumble on the play. Recovered by...
Give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Rolling to his left. He'll run it. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brant Delpit. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. It's Barker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was. When he decided to take off and go.
4, and it's 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
First down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Mayfield
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield with it once more. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
27.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Come on, Nat.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And it's caught. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Mayfield's pass intended for Odell.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick is good. Makes the score Browns 44.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Willie Snead, incomplete. Grant Delpit on the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson dancing to his left. He's going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson steps away to his left. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
Baltimore Ravens.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
An injured player on the field. Oh, boy, is that who I think it is? Yeah, that's Lamar Jackson. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Watch the out. He's checking. Crash. Show it up.
First throw now for the backup Bortles. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are in for 6. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now Bortles coming to the line with his guys going for 2. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And I think it's safe to say we know who the game ball's probably going to after this one.
Without a doubt, they're going to stand up in the middle of the locker room after the game, and the head coach is going to say, great performance, terrific, game ball. Right here, and going to present it to him. And if he's smart, he'll accept the game ball, then say, dinner on me for the offensive line at the best steakhouse in town. Make sure those guys are taken care of.
Those O-linemen have helped him to 4 touchdown runs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Defense. Oh, why are we doing this?
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And another tackle broken. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. 33 yards, and the Browns continue to roll.
For the point after.
And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews.
Jackson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Middle. You better be afraid of me. Under 10.
Operating from the gun. Jackson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Jackson's pass.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the second half.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he... He's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Open man is Duvernay. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Let's get him. Come on.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Chubb on the carry.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Nick Chubb on the
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Chubb
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Check 91. 91 is the line. Line 91. Here we go.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. Tonight,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, That early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.